were at OTAs this week. You got a great view of what was happening. The media always gets this every year, but I want to start off with this. I think you've done a lot of film watching over the offseason. You've been really tuned into what's going on with the Niners. What do you think when you went in that day, when you were watching, was there one position group or one player you were watching that was maybe better than what you expected them to be going into that day?
Yeah. Let me answer the question with the player, because it was one day for an hour, and to make a big opinion about an entire group is a little early, but I can do it for a player for sure. Right off the bat, Jauan Jennings. It was one day. But I remember, they drafted him last year. He was a 7th round pick. He looked like an undrafted free agent in camp last year. His body looked ordinary compared to the other draft picks. He was not getting open. He was dropping passes. He looked not good. And he didn't make the team. I guess he was hurt. He spent most of the year on the practice squad. And I had zero expectations for him coming in. But I can't help but notice, I saw him at the rookie mini camp. I've seen him twice now. He's in great shape. He's lean and muscled up. He looks like he's totally transformed his body. He looks like a draft pick. And in 7-on-7s, he beat K'Wan Williams down the seam for like a 25-yard catch. I saw him catch the ball over his head with his hands like this. He looked good. That's just one play. But first impression, Jauan Jennings looks like he's a totally different guy. So that's good news. He was supposed to be the Kendrick Bourne replacement anyway.
Yeah, he was definitely supposed to be. People were really excited when they drafted him. They thought it was a great value. But when you were seeing in OTAs, was he practicing with the first team, or was he practicing?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, in the 7-on-7, so like the Niners are doing, at least what they did at OTAs, the first one was there's a quarterback competition. Right. Garoppolo gets all the first team reps. Trey Lance gets all the second team reps, and that's in 11-on-11s. Well, it's in all of them. But in 7-on-7s, they do it. They play at the same time, which is hard to watch. But somehow, some way, I get it done. So anyway, you had Jauan Jennings in the far field with the starters with Jimmy Garoppolo. So he caught the pass from Jimmy. He beat K'Wan Williams. He was with the starters. It's good to know. It's good to notice, because like Travis Benjamin's playing with Trey Lance. Yeah.
See, and that's something that sticks out to me immediately, because Travis Benjamin is someone we talked about a little bit this offseason. He was a COVID opt-out in 2020. But yeah, I think it's going to be fascinating to see how that wide receiver 3, even wide receiver 4 breaks out, because those are going to be two of the most important positions for the Niners on offense this year.
Everyone's talking about Jalen Hurd, but like I still haven't seen that dude in a long, long time. Jauan Jennings is the one who looks like he's in peak shape right now. So keep an eye on him. Watch his highlights.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone keep an eye out for him.
Yeah.
I do want to go negative, though, because, of course, we have you on my channel, Grant. So when you were going into OTAs, was there one player that you saw who maybe he wasn't quite what you were expecting, or maybe he didn't live up to what you thought he was?
Yes. I've also seen this guy twice. He was at the rookie mini camp, same position group, same position, big slot receiver. Austin Watkins. This guy had a bunch of hype. He played well, apparently, at the Senior Bowl. I'm not sure exactly who's going up against at the Senior Bowl, but from what I've seen of him in 2 practices, he can't get open, man. He can't beat anyone. He is stiff. He's strong, but he's stiff, and these corners lock him up. And whenever he gets a target, it's just like pass breakup. That's very easy. It's like, it almost seems like the kind of guy that DBs are going to be lining up to face. Like, oh man, I need some good tape. I need to make some money. Let me get Austin Watkins. Now, before I go too hard on this kid, that's what I felt about Jauan Jennings last year. So sometimes 7th round pick, undrafted guy, you have a little hype. People, dude, these guys, they're kids. They don't really know what the difference is going to be like. And sometimes it takes them a year. I think with Jennings, the light has gone on. With Watkins, it could take him a year as well. But if you expect Austin Watkins to make this team and be the number 3 receiver, I don't see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, and I'm
talking to the viewer directly.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
You're talking to the viewer.
Yeah, you. Yeah.
But I think it's important to point out what you were saying is these are really young guys. Just even looking at Trey Lance the other night, he's younger than I am, Grant. So this current draft class is literally my high school graduation class. It's crazy.
Wow.
And you're right. You're absolutely right. It's going to take these guys a little more time than just a few OTAs, a few rookie mini camps, especially for an undrafted free agent like Austin Watkins, right?
So it's interesting to look at these guys who in year 2, guys who were 6th, 7th, 8th undrafted free. I really said that. It's interesting because those are the guys either that build up their body and make something of themselves or wash out right away. Yeah.
And for this season, it's absolutely going to be Jauan Jennings. I mean, I like you were saying, he's really exciting, and I was really into him when they drafted him last year. So I'm into that. But just what you're
like
saying,
my reaction when I see him is like, "Ooh, who's that? Jennings? Really?" That's the reaction I get watching him. Oh, okay. His body's totally different. Wow, he looks fast. He looks good. Not fast, faster.
Yeah. Well, and I think, just to go back on what you're saying with Austin Watkins, 49ers fans were all over him. I mean, they wanted to take him in like the 6th round of the draft, the 5th round. People were calling for him. So, like you're saying, I mean, this is it's not a
give him some time.
Wide receiver room, but it's a crowded wide receiver room if we're being realistic.
I haven't seen him win yet, so I'm not really. Just think about Jauan Jennings for now. Austin Watkins looks like a project if he has anything.
Okay.
I don't know.
And I hear you. And
also, Diamador Lenore, I don't know about him either. He has one good clip floating around Twitter. You've all seen it. Who was he going up against?
Austin Watkins.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, I don't know about him. But again, he's a 5th round pick. Those him and Talanoa Hufanga look like they should be special teams players. And if you can get anything more out of them, great. But in terms of like man-to-man coverage, neither one of them looks like there's a lot of upside there.